All right. So, welcome back. So this is my other account, my main account that I got back. Um, and now this is my only account. So, yeah. Um, Basically, I just want to go over my end of season strategy. Um, I was pretty passive today. Did a few attacks here and there. Mostly just trying to build gold and get my KP up to a reasonable point. As you can see, I'm top 13%, which I really like. They must have fixed that a while back because it used to say like instead of 13, it would say 87, like you're like 80 above 87%. So I like that because it scales up with the actual scale of things. So that's cool. I I feel like I have ADD. I go off on so many different rabbit trails. But anyways, end of game strategy. I did as many attacks throughout the day and walled as many people as I could. Just building up my gold. As you can see, I'm at 61.5 Gs. I made about 15 Gs today, um, which is decent for plat, at least at this league. And I did just start 2 days ago, so my troop count was super low because I just like was really reckless, just trying to get my KP up and level. Um, so that's why you can see I only have 6 Gs at level 82. Whereas on my other account, as I showed you guys in my last video, I was also, I think, 82 or 83, and I had 22 Gs plus like a G that I could have collected throughout in my recruiter. Um, so basically, built my KP up, tried to wall as many people as I could, and then I kind of did that this morning. And then basically, I've just been holding my cities. I spread my troops out, which isn't always the best idea, but for this situation, a lot of people didn't have a ton of troops around me. So I kind of spread my troops out in a few different areas so I could get to everywhere to wall people. Um, and now, end of season, a lot of people will throw their troops into temples. And I think this is a solid strat right before your bubble drops uh, at the end of the season. I pushed mine back so that I could hit temples end of season, just get another few G's of gold here and there. Um, and I did this because a lot of people throw troops in temples. This isn't the case, it's 22 mil, but he might have troops on the way, who knows. But this guy over here has 9.4 Gs, so I'll be kind of just suiciding into that, making gold and experience. Experience doesn't really matter anymore, but it will matter just to get a level and then get more troops. And so I'll be probably sending scouts out to other neighboring islands. Um, Generally, though, if I have a higher troop count, I'm not going to be like pushing my bubble back and trying to just suicide to get gold. I will instead just pull my troops into one city before the end of the season, and then last like few minutes or whatever, I will send it to a temple. And I do not care if they wall me, if they snipe me, if they send multiple attacks and take it out before the end of the season, because I am purely just trying to get gold from that. Um, just to build up my KP as high as I possibly can, because troops are literally useless, like in the last couple minutes. um, if a lot of people try to send spam attacks um, in the last hour, and if you do push your bubble back, then you kind of have a bigger risk of that, especially in Diamond, because there's a lot less targets once the 6 hour mark, 6 hours left in season mark hits, because most people bubble. And so if you're left with your bubble open, people are going to start targeting you. But in this case, everyone around me is pretty weak, and I can easily wall them. They'd have to send pretty long marches. This guy, I don't think he even can attack me. I could, but I don't think he will. Anyways, um, so yeah, that's like end of season strategy. It's not like in the last, like it's not like a few days before end of season. But I will say in the last few days, I haven't been spending as much gold. I've more been focusing on taking people's cities and just saving up my gold. Because my salvager isn't high enough to make back the gold that I spend. Um, so it's 111. As you can see though, I haven't bought any of the new items yet, so my stats will go up a little bit, uh, maybe 20% once I do, maybe less. Around 20% though, I would guess overall. More for speed, of course, because it's 5% um, increase. Also depends on how lucky I am on the chest rolls. I'm saving up these chests. It's just like basic shitty chests, but I'll probably be buying some of the loot cases here, um, just because those are the only items that I don't really have many of. And then I'll do like a chest opening video next. So basically my strategy right now is I'm just going to be moving all my troops. Did I already get all my troops there? No, I didn't. Where did I put my troops? Okay. I'll be moving my troops to this temple. I'll be taking out troops in that temple. Then I'll just scout neighboring islands and see if there's anyone else that has, 1 to 10 Gs. Even more, honestly, if it's even 40 Gs, I'd probably still suicide into it. And see if they have troops in it, and then I'll just send long marches until my bubble comes up in another like 40 minutes here. So that's just very brief overview of what I'm doing here. Just wanted to share because I haven't been upgrading any cities, then I'm not in cautious anymore. I just have all my guardian gear equipped and I have all my salve gems swapped over. Um, so I'm just wasting time now trying to get my gold storage up, and then I will be going to sleep probably in another 45 minutes here. But I just kind of want to update you, like at the very end of the season, what I do to try to squeeze out a little bit of more gold, get higher, maybe get up into a higher bracket so I can get more gems. I don't know if I'll make top 6% because I don't know the cutoff for that, but I do have 61 Gs to spend. And after I do my attacks, it'll be closer to 70, maybe 75 if I find another temple here and there. So I might be able to, but um, yeah, that's mostly all I want to go over. I don't want to make it too long a video and ramble on like my last video. Um, so I hope your season went well. Hopefully you reached your goals and got to either stay in whatever league you want, drop to whatever league, get, I don't know, whatever bracket. And yeah. Oh, I will say again, um, like notice my bubble hasn't dropped. And I mentioned this when I first went over the new update, um, but I wanted to test it to see if it happens every time. But within actually 2 hours of my bubble schedule, now you see my bubble hasn't dropped yet, but instead of saying like 2 hours left to bubble, it says a day and 0 hours. And it earlier it was like a day and 1 hour. So it's kind of annoying. It's not detrimental because I can kind of see like what it's scheduled for, but it doesn't give me an exact time. So it's hard like to schedule like a final attack. Like if I wanted to look like, oh, there's 10 seconds left, and send it out. Sure, I could look at my phone and be like, oh, it's 10 seconds till 10 o'clock Central Time. But I mean, that just adds another layer of work. So I wish it would, like, all the way to the end, I wish it would say, um, I wish it would say like 59 minutes, 40 minutes, 30, all the way down to like 1 minute. And then once the bubble drops, then it says a day and whatever hours. Um, because that's how it used to be, and I really like that. So and it does say that up till like 2 hours before your bubble drops. Then it switches to like a day and 2 hours. Um, so yeah, that'd be nice to have that fixed. But that's about it. Thank you for watching.